All right, I am here with my weekly What Sold video. I'm gonna let you know what I sold on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. Hopefully this video can help you guys to know what's currently selling right now as far as brands, styles, and sizes. So if you are new here, I am a full-time reseller. I have been selling for about 6 years now, so I decided to start a YouTube channel, I think a couple of years ago at this point. I honestly don't remember, but just to help other resellers with their business. I started out as a homeschool mom. My kids are, one has graduated and one is still in school, but I don't really do anything with him anymore. He basically schools himself, which is amazing. So yeah, it's a great side job to do if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you just want a side hustle, or it can be a good full-time job once you get the hang of it. So please subscribe if you haven't yet. I do 3 videos a week with mostly thrift hauls and what sold videos. This should be able to help you in your reselling business to make more money. And if you've already subscribed, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate that. If you want to follow me on any of my socials, I do post on Instagram and TikTok daily, so all of that information is down below, as well as links to products that I use and discount codes for certain services. So there's a discount code for Prime Lister, which is a really great Poshmark automation tool, and then there's discount code for the poly mailers that I use. I did have an Instagram buyer message me and asked me which poly mailer size I usually get, and she went ahead and ordered them, and she forgot to use my code, which means she didn't save any money. So make sure you use that link down below so that you can save money, or use the code. That way you can save 10% on those. The more you buy, the better it'll be as far as price. So let's just get into this. Sales were pretty good this week. I don't think quite as high as last week, but I haven't added up my numbers yet. So we'll see. I think I'll add up my numbers again and let you guys know. Keep in mind that number is just a big gross number. So I know it's a little like clickbaity for the title, but that's how YouTube works. You have to get a clickbait title or a thumbnail. So that does not include cost of goods or fees. So anyway, just so you guys know about that. Okay, so these are sales from March 8th to today, the 15th. Why was I saying 14th? Yeah, March 8th to the 15th. The first thing I sold on Depop were these pair of hunter boots. I got these recently at a thrift store. The sell-through rate on eBay was not 100%. That's usually where I look up my sell-through rates. But sometimes if I have a really good feeling about something or experience, I might still get it. So these were the black matte tall boots. They sold really, really fast on Depop for $60. So that's great. I do think they were possibly new without tags or barely worn, so that did help. Next up were a pair of Ultra shoes, A-L-T-R-A. This is a hiking outdoor brand. I've done really, really well with their boots, but the comps on this style of hiking like low top shoe was only around $25, and they ended up selling for $25.50 on Depop. Next up, we have a vintage Guess purse. I picked this up specifically thinking about Depop. So very Y2K look with the patchwork and the big buckle, the big G on the front. It did sell on Depop within a couple of days for $40, although it was getting attention on all of my platforms. And that's all I sold on Depop. That's pretty normal for me, just a few things a week. So let's move on to Mercari. The first thing I sold on Mercari was a Lululemon Align tank top in a size 8. This was a brown color. It was new with tags, but it had some flaws, so I listed it lower, and it sold pretty quickly for $37. Next up are a pair of LuLaRoe jeans in a size 38. These were a pair of boyfriend distressed denim jeans, sold for $34. Keep in mind, Mercari does have free shipping, so take out whatever approximate the shipping would be on this. I just do pirate ship from Mercari because Mercari's shipping fees that they have, in my opinion, are pretty high for the buyer. So next up was an Aria hoodie. This sold super fast. I think I either have this coming up in a thrift haul, or I just showed it in my last one. Size extra large, it had a flag on the back. Ariat's a good Western brand. That sold for $32.50. 2 pair of Democracy jeans sold this morning. It was actually the same buyer, so I feel bad, but I think you can do bundles on Mercari, but maybe she didn't know. So one was a pair of size 8 blue, like high-rise flares type jeans, and they sold for $36. And the other ones were a pair of new with tags, size 8 green, just like a slim straight, I think, and they also sold for $36. So pretty decent money. I think it cost me about $6 or $7 to ship each of those. So maybe like a $28 to $30 sale, which is about what I've been selling Democracy jeans at lately. So that's great. And that was it on Mercari. All right, we will move on to Poshmark next. Let me know down below how your sales have been this week. Hopefully pretty good. Typically for me this springtime, I do make pretty good sales, and then it slows down a little bit in the summer, but that's why I'm trying to really stock my closet with more like summer type items. So we'll see how that goes. First up is a pair of redone jeans. I came upon a lot of redone jeans, some new with tags, some used, for about $9 each. These ones were in a size 27. They were a pair of high-rise crop flare, and they sold for $50. Next up were a pair of Chaco sandals. The Chaco sandals, honestly, have not been selling that good for me the past year or so, and when I look up sell-through rate on eBay, it's not good. Like, they're really, really oversaturated. So these ones were a size 8 black, and they sold for $15. I had them for quite a long time, so glad to move those. Next up were a pair of Democracy jeans again in a size 14. These were a dark wash high-rise skinny in a size 14. I already said that. Okay, anyway, they sold for $28. Eileen Fisher pants, 1X. These were the black washable stretch crepe trousers. They sold for $30. Eileen Fisher does great in the plus sizes. It still does good in smaller sizes. Just needs to be a good type of material. Next up, a pair of Blondo heels. This brand can do okay, but I don't know. I've had these for quite a while. They were a wedge heel with a leather straps, and they sold for $16. So I wouldn't get those again. Athleta pants in a size 10 tall. I was cleaning out my drawers for spring, summer. I can't talk today. Okay, I gotta get myself together. Cleaning out my drawers for spring, summer, I found these. I was saving them for this year, but now I don't wear that size anymore. Comps were only around $25 for these. They were the Cabo linen jogger, and so I listed them for $25, accepted an offer of $20. Next up were a pair of flax pants and a shirt. So it was a set and a size medium. This is like a good lag and look brand, although it doesn't sell for as much as it used to, in my opinion. These ones sold together for $40. Next up were a pair of Cole Haan sandals. These were in a size 9B. They were black leather, just a pair of flat strappy sandals. Those sold for $28. I sold a North Face coat in a size extra small. This was the Tamburello style. So North Face has a little tag in the back that tells you the style number. This sold for $52, so even though a lot of people are buying spring, summer, some people are still buying winter. Next up was a bundle of 2 items. These were 2 things from some of Ryan's bins. I do talk about my strategy with what I'm doing with that in my haul video on Sunday, so go ahead and come back for that. A pair of Torrid pants in a size 0, which is like a large, or maybe even a 00, I can't remember. I think it's a 0. Pinstripe, and then Free People black rigid jeans. They sold together for $30, so I was happy to move those. Not really something that's that desirable or trendy. Next up was an equipment shirt in a size medium. This was a blue silk roll tab short sleeve top, sold for $14. That was an older item. I sold this J. Crew dress in a size 10. I actually sold this a few months ago when I first got it on eBay for $100, but it got returned for fit. This time it sold for $75 on Poshmark. It was new with tags. Super cute and trendy, so really happy with that sale. Poshmark can't return for fit, so we shouldn't have any issues there. Next up was a pair of Judy Blue jeans in a size 16. These sold extremely quickly. They were black, high-rise, skinny distressed jeans, and they sold for $28. Another pair of Democracy jeans. These were a size 12. They were the Absolution high-rise skinny jeans, and they sold for $28. A pair of Athleta pants that sold for a shockingly good amount of money, considering most Athleta is trash nowadays and completely oversaturated. These were a size 12. They were navy blue cargo. They were called the Endless pant, and they sold for $50. So that is amazing for Athleta. Next up, another pair of Democracy jeans. These were in a size 20, and they were a pair of gray high-rise skinny stretch, and they sold for $35, my full asking price. Another pair of Athleta pants. These were a size 12, the Brooklyn jogger. Usually I sell these for a little bit more. These ones sold for $22. They had gone through a little bit of a markdown, but that's okay. Next up, Eddie Bauer coat in a size extra, extra large. This was a goose down puffer, and it sold for $52, so that was great. Lily Pulitzer shirt in a size extra large. This was the blue eyelet. It was called the Kerrigan style. So I looked this up at the store just because it was Lily, but it had a pink tag, which might be newer. I don't know. Either way, since it was an extra large, I felt like it could be good, and comps were really great. I sold this for $60, so make sure you look up your style number. I posted something about it on my Instagram, and somebody was like, I can't move any of my Lily Like, it's very dependent on style and size. So I would look up everything before you put it in your cart and take it home. Next up, a pair of Lululemon pants in a size 6. These were a high-rise loose fit pants. I don't think I could find the style. I don't know. They sold for $22. I think they were older. Next up was the brand Miko, maybe? M-I-K-O-H. I've had this for a really long time. It was a size large. It was an oversized loose fit top. It sold for $13, so I guess buy. Ivy & Fisher size medium, gray hemp open knit top, sold for $28. Next up were a pair of new with tags Judy blue jeans. So I did try these on, too short. I should have known. I have to get jeans that say long or tall, sometimes even extra long or extra tall. I am almost 6 foot tall and my legs are ridiculously long, so it really sucks buying jeans. Anyway, these were a size 29, high-rise distressed straight leg. They sold for $50. Next up were a pair of Athleta pants in a size 14. These were navy and black, called the Gramercy pants, and they sold for $22. I sold these MM LaFleur pants. This is a business type brand, although it does not sell that fast for me anymore, so I've been passing on it. These were a size 6. They sold for $13. American Eagle size 12, blue high-rise skinny Bermuda stretch. I wore these last summer, so yeah, I was also wearing size 12. Now I'm in an 8, and I'm getting close to a 6, so we'll see. I'm not like actively trying to lose weight, but I'm actively trying to eat clean and exercise. And then like whatever happens, happens. So anyway, those sold for $12. I wouldn't pick those up at the thrift store. I'm looking for more of like a looser, like a baggy or like a 90s fit. Next up was a Ralph Lauren dress. This was a minimalist office, a wool dress. It had a wrap style. It sold for $35. I sold this Ivy & Fisher shirt in a size extra small. This was a brown asymmetrical cut top and it only sold for $9. So this is what I'm talking about. This was an old item. It didn't have any special material. It was just like a stretchy viscose. So I probably wouldn't pick that up now. Next up was a Talbot size small leopard animal print cashmere sweater, sold for only $15. I think these were possibly, I sent out some big offers with Prime Lister because I was just like, wanted to move some things and it did work. Soft Surroundings pants in a size 2X. These were green Lyocell Tencel blend loose fit, sold for $14. Next up, a pair of Democracy shorts. These were new with tags. I decided to try them because I usually only sell the jeans. I probably am just going to stick to the jeans. These ones only sold for $21, so not super great for a new with tag pair. Jill Sander pants in a size 38. I don't know why I got this brand. Maybe it's kind of expensive, but it does not do good. For me, they sold for $5. Do not recommend. Intermix pants. I felt like somebody's like, oh, Intermix is so good, but these were extra, extra small. They were a floral silk wide leg. I felt like they were so cute, but they sat forever and sold for $7. So that sucked. And that's it. That's it for my sales on Poshmark. So next, let's move on to eBay. I'm going to send out my offers first. I have 4 offers to buyers I can send out. I am literally checking that all day because I like to send out offers right away or as soon as I can when somebody likes something before they have time to overthink it, go shop somewhere else, or find a better deal. So I'm sending out these 4 offers. We will see if it results in any sales. I know you can do it all at once. I don't know if you can do it on your app, but you can do it on a desktop. Like I want to send out 20% on all of them, but I go through each individually because if it's something I've had for a really long time, I'm willing to send out a bigger offer just to try to get rid of it. Okay, Lululemon pants in a size 4. These were the black Dance Studio crop pants. They sold for $28. Next up was a fig and flower shirt in a size 2X. This used to do pretty decent for me in plus size, but it hasn't been lately. This was in a markdown sale, and then I still sent them a lower offer because I wanted to get rid of it. It sold for $10. Next up was the brand Tucker. This brand can do good in their like silk printed pieces. I have a pair of pants, but they have a little bit of flaws in them. But this shirt did sell fairly quickly. It was a size extra large, sold for $45. Next up were those pair of double H boots that I showed you recently in a haul. Since I had the flaw on them that I didn't see when I bought them, I had to list them lower, and they sold for $30. Next up was a Melissa McCarthy 7. This is a plus size brand. In my opinion, does not sell good as it used to. In a size 3X, pink floral top, sold for $21. Another pair of Lululemon. These were a pair of leggings in a size 8. They were Align high rise, but they were like fairly printed and kind of loud, which I feel like is not as popular, like rather than the solid colors. And these ones sold for $28. I sold this Eileen Fisher cardigan in a size large. This is a linen silk blend and it sold for $28. Another Eileen Fisher. This was a size 3X red silk cotton blend casual blouse, sold for $35. Next up was a Mission Canyon kimono and it's one size. This was a colorful, oversized, very boho indie looking. Somebody sent me a message trying to offer me 30 or 35 recently. And they're like, I know it's new with tags, but it's 10 years old. And I was like, I think I can get more. And I did. So somebody sent me an offer for 50, and so that was great. Next up was a Club Monaco shirt. I would say pass. Do not get this. I've had it forever. It was a size extra small, sold for $6. Ming Wang cardigan in a size petite medium. The Ming Wang stuff is doing so good for me right now, and Miss Sook. This one was a blue with black embroidery, sold for $40. Next up were a pair of Crocs. These were a size 8 strappy wedge slip-on shoes, sold for $15. Would not get those again. That's just too low. J. McLaughlin dress in a size large. This was a yellow blue with the Catalina cloth, which is kind of what they're known for. Summer sleeveless dress, sold for $40. Next up was a vintage LL Bean sweater in a size extra large. This was wool, made in the USA, Fair Isle print, and it sold for $30. I sold this new with tags J. Jill size extra large green sleeveless midi dress. I've had this for quite a while, so it was marked down a little bit. It sold for $23. Next up was the brand The Tailored Sportsman. This was a pair of equestrian, like horseback riding breeches. They had multiple flaws, and I still sold them for $20, but I didn't pick them up knowing they had all those flaws. I was like going through the store fast. I only paid $2 for them, so that's good. But if you can find them in better condition, they can sell for more. Next up was the brand Majestic Filatures. This was a size 3, which I think is a medium. It was a modal cashmere blend, oversized top. It only sold for $15. This brand's sell-through rate is not that good anymore, so I would not get it. Next up was a Soft Surroundings maxi skirt. This came out of one of Ryan's bins in a size large, sold for $12.50. Another Eileen Fisher. This one wasn't a size large. It was purple, linen, oversized, sold for $25. I sold this Smart Wool shirt. Smart Wool is a good hiking outdoor brand. A lot of base layers do really good from this brand. This was an extra small black merino wool top, and it sold for $32. I sold these pair of Spanx pants in a size 1X. These were a black slim straight high-rise pant, sold for $45. Next up was a new with tags Lane Bryant shirt in a size 18-20. This was pink with some embroidery. I've had this for a really long time, sold for $12.50. Everlane jeans in a size 31. These were the way high skinny organic cotton, sold for $20. I would not get those anymore. An Alex Evenings dress in a size 12 petite. It was a dress with a jacket. I usually use Mother of the Bride with a lot of my Alex Evenings pieces. It would make sense that they're going to start selling more now because weddings are more popular in the spring, summer. This one sold for $42. I sold these Athleta pants in a size 8. This again was the Brooklyn style. These were orange, very bright, sold for $35. Next up was a Soft Surroundings dress in a size medium. This was a maxi dress, long sleeve, lace-up style, and it sold for $26. Next up was an April Cornell dress. I sold both of these dresses really fast, so really good brand to be on the lookout for. This was really cute. It was size large, midi embroidered style dress, sold for $40. These Judy blue shorts sold super fast. I did decide to keep the other pair. These ones were a size medium, high-rise distressed, sold for $25. Next up were a pair of Lululemon leggings in a size 6. These were the black Align 2 leggings with a camo print, and they sold for $45. Here is the other April Cornell dress. This one was in a size extra large. Again, midi. This one was a floral print, and it sold for $42. If I didn't say that, if I did, sorry. Rag & Bone jeans. I don't pick up hardly at all, but these were a high-rise flare, so that's why I decided to get them. They were in a size 25, and they sold for $40. An Eileen Fisher top in a size 3X. This was a linen yellow oversized top. It only sold for $9 because there was an ink mark. It was like underneath the armpit. So yeah, I missed that at the thrift store. $9, I still made a few dollars. Max Mara sweater in a size large. This was a white zebra print, very Y2K style. Max Mara is expensive, but it doesn't always resell that good. This sat for a really long time and it sold for $18. Next up were a pair of Vans shoes in a size men's 9. These sold for $25. A Kate Spade shirt in a size small. Kate Spade clothing does not sell good for me. I don't pick it up anymore unless it's a very rare piece that I know does good. This one was a silk floral lace top and it sold for $10, not 20. Ivy Fisher size large. This was a teal organic cotton blouse, sold for $35. Next up was the brand Brochu Walker. I did not have this very long. This was a size medium. It was a silk minimalist, very lightweight top, sold for $41. Next were these Aloe Yoga leggings in a size medium. Someone told me from one of my videos I did that it was an older style, but they still sold really fast. They were new with tags and they sold for $70. I sold these new with tags Old Navy jeans in a size 22 because I thought, oh, these retail for a good amount. They're plus size. They're a good style. No, it wasn't a good idea. They were the OG loose low-rise denim baggy jeans. They sold for $13 and I had them for a really long time. So would not recommend. Here's another MM LaFleur piece. This was a dress in a size large. This one sold a little faster than the pants. So I don't know, I guess okay. It sold for $35. I sold these Lunya pants. So if you remember in my haul, I found 2 pieces of Lunya, which is an extreme bolo. These ones were a crop pair of like lounge pants, but they had like severe pilling. And I started trying to do it with my sweater shaver and I was not making good progress. And I'm like, screw this. I'm not wasting my time. I'm just listing as is. And they still sold really fast for $65. So that's amazing. If you guys have a good sweater shaver recommendation, please let me know down below. I just have a little battery one and I don't feel like it's that great. Next up was a flax shirt. This was a size medium, green linen, and it sold for $23. A pair of Lane Bryant pants in a size 16. These were navy blue floral. Why did I get these? I have no clue, but they sold for $6. Most of Lane Bryant sucks to resell. A Chico's top. I got this to try to send to a consignment store and they didn't accept it. It was a size extra large green modal cotton blend. It sold for $14. So I'm not doing that anymore, buying stuff for consignment stores because I'm apparently not good at it. Next up, Loeffler Randall, I don't know. These were a size 7, black suede ruffle heels, very cute, sold for $55. Next up was a vintage Disney shirt. If you know my channel, you know I'm obsessed with Disney and the vintage stuff I have a really hard time leaving behind. This was an extra large black white striped Winnie the Pooh top and it sold for $20. I sold this exclusively Masuk tank top in a size 2X. It was embellished with like, sorry, I just got done coughing. I have a very dry throat and my water is almost out and I'm trying to just like finish this video. Rhinestone details in the chest, sold for $30. I sold these Tory Burch heels in a size 6. These were leopard calf hair pumps. They sold for $36. Another Ming Wang cardigan. This one wasn't a size black. This one wasn't a size medium. Why am I so weird? Okay, and it was the color black. It was embroidered with like a white trim. It sold for $30. Repeat buyer, that's amazing. J. Crew sweater blazer in a size large. This was a tan cotton cardigan jacket. Very cute, very good style from J. Crew. Another repeat buyer, sold for $50. So be on the lookout for those sweater blazers. And that is it for my eBay sales. So I opened up my phone to start taking screenshots for the video and I realized I missed some of the sales because last week I filmed my video on Thursday. So I'm gonna go through it really quick with you and let you know these few other sales that I have that were not included. First up was an Alex Evenings dress in a size 16. This was black sparkle. Again, I used Mother of the Bride. That sold for $40. Next up were a pair of Hoka shoes in a size 8. These were honestly pretty beat up. Probably shouldn't have got them. They were the Clifton 8 women's and they sold for $20. Next up were a pair of On Cloud shoes in a size 10.5. These were black. They were the Cloud Surfer. New without tags, sold for $85. And eBay did have these where they had to authenticate them. So they got sent somewhere else first before they're getting sent to the buyer. Next up, I sold a new with tags Torrid in size 2X Cactus plus size shirt. Didn't do that good, sold for $15. A pair of Merrell women's size 10 green orange hiking outdoor shoes in a size, sold for $28. I hope this video isn't like slightly shaky. I didn't feel like putting it back on my tripod, so I'm just holding my camera. RRL, so double RL, look for that for Ralph Lauren, big bolo. This was a red women's medium sweatshirt, sold for $90, so that is amazing. Okay, and that's it. I was like, let me finish telling you those sales. Okay, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below. Again, if you haven't yet, please thumbs this up and comment. It does help push it out into YouTube's algorithm. I know a lot of people have been starting to do that for my other videos, even if it's just some little emojis. Like, I really do appreciate it. It's a free way that you can help my channel. So I'll see you guys on Sunday for a haul. I've got a really good haul coming up for you. Some really good stuff, some good brands and some good bolo brands. So make sure you come back for that. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you then.